Summer Live. Exactly, it's very exciting. Brought to you by Domino's. And after last week's very exciting #Marryoaks episode, someone actually tied the knot at Hollyoaks last week. We felt that we really had to pull something special out of the bag for this week's show. So what does it have in store? Let's have a look in the green room. First up, we have Jimmy Essex and Amy Conachan. They are here, of course, to discuss all that Donovan drama. Really, what more can Darcy do to destroy that family? And how will Courtney fare when the truth comes out about the baby's daddy? Next, prepare for some major sass because Grace Black is in the building. Yet Tamara Wall is here to give a lesson on how to play a bad girl, and she'll give a little sneak peek on what's coming up for Grace. And a little bit more enthusiasm. And last but definitely not least, we have Anna Passey and Jamie Lomas here to take a look at next week's Hollyoaks and what is coming up for Warren and Sienna, including Sienna's cancer operation. And yet it is the summer of secrets, and every week I bring you so many juicy sneak peeks and exclusives. And this week, I would like to give you guys the chance to decide one of the exclusives I give. Exactly. So it is a live show. I have the iPad here. I can see all your likes, all your hearts, all your comments. So keep them coming throughout the show. Emma says, I love Warren. Oh, he's got one fan. So it's basically up to you to decide which secret this week you would like to know, because tomorrow there is a brand new Hollyoaks summer trailer. Exactly. And we are going to give you a sneak peek. So would you rather have a sneak peek of Joel, or would you like to know what's coming up for Nita and Hunter? So like for Joel, heart for Nita and Hunter, and we will reveal that secret a little bit later. Okay, before that we have some amazing, great guests, and first we are going to speak to Jimmy and Amy. But first, let's have an exclusive sneak peek of tonight's episode, because Maxine and Adam hosted dinner party, and I mean, nothing could possibly go wrong, could it? Let's have a look.
Welcome to our new home. Thanks so much for having us. Clever. I think you'll find that's £150 a bottle. I thought you said she wasn't coming.
I didn't think that she was.
Guys, it's a family dinner party, right? Darcy's my girlfriend. Why shouldn't she be here?
We just thought that you couldn't get a babysitter. That's all. You're more than welcome.
So, what are you doing here?
Oh, she's pregnant with Liam's baby, so she's family too.
Oh. Right.
How awkward is that? How awkward. And I'm joined right now by Jimmy and Amy. But before that, let's look at some of your comments. So Nat says, Grace has the best hair in the business. I mean, I thought mine was quite good today, but okay. Louise says, I love Adam and Warren. Rowena is my fave couple, plus Adam and Maxine. I wonder if that's still the case though. And Claire says, love Adam and Warren, think they are cute, love the show and all the cast. So guys, the dinner party. How was it to film that scene? Was it as fun as it looked?
It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant, but it was so awkward, wasn't it?
So
it's
awkward.
like pulling teeth watching it.
Yeah.
I feel like Jimmy just kept saying to me, just can't believe you're here. It's so
The whole time, it's very strange. It's very strange.
Before we get into the Donovan drama, which there is a lot of, I want to know your top 3 people that you would want to have at a dinner party.
Okay, I have my 3.
Straight up. No messing around.
Okay, so mine would be Audrey Hepburn,
Okay.
Barack Obama,
Great one.
and Sean Hayes that plays Jack on Will and Grace.
Okay. They're like
good
interesting
name.
ones.
I feel like I'd like to go for dinner with like the McQueens. Can you imagine sitting there? Nanny McQueen, Mercedes, and what's her name? Chelsea Healy's character. Goldie. Imagine a dinner party with them, absolutely brilliant. I mean, you probably wouldn't even eat, you just go out for drinks. That sounds like my kind of dinner party.
I feel I would have to go like Jeremy Corbyn, just because I think he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Michelle Obama, she's a legend, and then maybe Idris Elba, just because I fancy him.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to have a bit of totty. What about your lovely dog Stevie? Because she made a bit of a debut in #Marryoaks last week. Who do you think? Would there be any famous pups you'd want at a dinner party?
Famous pups. I can't think of any.
I can't think of any. I've got a dog. How
I was thinking
about
like Scooby-Doo, and I was like, he's not real.
what?
Beethoven,
great, but then like very destructive. She's quite lazy. She needs like a real lazy dog about, bless her.
Is she a friendly pup?
She's the nicest dog in the world. She's a bit unloyal though. She loves everyone. I kind of want her just to love me. But she doesn't care. Anyone who gives her attention, she loves them just as much. So.
What I loved is last week, if you guys remember, during Marryoaks, Stevie had quite a prominent role in the wedding, and she had like some serious sass going down that aisle, and it was one of my highlights. So I thought we would have another look.
If everybody would stand to welcome the bride. And you all can sit down now.
Shout out to Chelsea Crayford, who says, "I love Jimmy, he is so lit." Have you ever been described as lit before?
I haven't, no, thank you very much.
There we go. I feel like the sass of Stevie, she really gives Grace Black a run for her money.
I've taught her everything she knows.
There we go. She's lit. She is lit.
Yeah, she's lit.
Okay, we need to go back to the dinner party. I feel that Adam and Maxine had quite a mixed bag of guests, let's say, and who was there?
It was...
Well, your mum, Tracy, who's just out of prison. You're not a fan of her.
Yeah, then there was my brother, who we're kind of really awkward at the moment, my ex-fiance. And the lady's having my brother's child. It's like, let's get everyone together who doesn't get along and awkwardly just put them in one room. Why would you not want to do that?
It makes great TV, I'm loving it.
It's my Friday night, brilliant.
And after the cheeky kiss that Adam had with Darcy in last night's episode, is he on edge that his infidelity might be revealed?
Definitely. I feel like this has been an ongoing thing where he's, I really don't think he knows what's going on at all, and I think Maxine is so suspicious anyway, constantly her back's up about it, so I think he's really, really panicking that she's going to let it slip. Because Darcy's like a wild character, you know, she could say at any point, he never knows what she's going to do, so I think he's literally there like, as well as all the other things that are going on.
I was like, I cannot believe he's cheated. Like, you think that there's a nice guy out there,
yeah.
But is he in... I'm single, what can I say? Is he in love with Darcy?
I don't think he knows that. If I'm honest, I don't think he knows how he feels. I feel there's that whole thing of like, what if, you know, they were in love and it only ended because she'd supposedly died. It didn't end because they fell out of love. So I think her coming back, she fell off a boat. So
I love how you just said that so casually.
Yeah, because she died, but she didn't. So she's. But so I don't think he knows how he feels. If I'm honest, I think he's a bit confused. But
and of course, we saw in last night's ep that Tracy caught them cheating, which is kind of like double awkward. Like, you don't want to get caught cheating. You definitely do not want to get caught cheating by your mum. Do you think she's going to spill the beans? I mean, she's a bit of a loose cannon.
Like, she's an alcoholic. Like, she's crazy. Like, I think he's panicking now. No, I'm worried that if I was... No, let me start that again.
I mean, it's not like
it's not like
you'll just take that bit out.
I think she's another one. She's a bit like Darcy. You just don't know what she's going to do next. I mean, she pushed someone off a boat. Like, I think they're quite impulsive people, and I think if the moment came up and she was going to say it, she will. So I think this dinner party is the worst scenario to be in because everyone is there, everyone's involved, and emotions are high. Like, nervous for him.
And you mentioned
sweating
Darcy,
thinking about
and we obviously see her propose to Jessie. What's her game plan?
Like, who knows? Like, what is she doing? She's like,
That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah, she's like, I can't get that one. I'll just get this one. I think any excuse to provoke Adam and maybe try and get a reaction from him. I think that's kind of where she's going with it. But I mean, who does that? Who?
I mean, I have a little suggestion. I'm just going to throw it out there. I have a little idea.
Okay.
Maybe Adam and Jessie should swap women, because Jessie and Maxine, I feel like, that could be a thing.
Yeah,
so I want to know, who would you back the most, Madam or Don Wild?
I mean, Don Wild sounds amazing. I've never thought of that before. It sounds like a racing car or something. It's like my Don Wild. No, I love the Maxine and Adam relationship. I really, really like it. I like that I think they bring out the best in each other. So I do support the Maxine, and I like the whole love story. I think it's lovely. It's just nice to see two people in love, but obviously it's not going to last. It's Hollyoaks.
Yeah,
we're probably going to get shot.
Happy
or something.
couples. Speaking of Darcy and Jessie, it is time for another round of #Challenge Armstrong. Woo! So how strong are Aisling and Luke's arms compared to Armstrong's arm? Let's find out.
Hello, I'm Aisling and I'm going to be doing the Challenge Armstrong. Right, let's see how we go.
So you need to keep it above the...
It is.
You need to keep it above the thing.
It is.
That's it, it's a good start. Fast forward it. Dave Kennedy, everybody. Dave Kennedy.
Applause.
That's just how this set is. People just walk along, come in.
Why was I not informed about this?
Well, you may have a chance to do it, but you basically got to hold them as long as you can above the marker.
Right.
And then there's a leaderboard. And at the moment...
How you doing?
Oh, she lost it.
I didn't go down, did I actually?
Yeah, look, it's below the
I did.
marker, yeah.
Is it? Oh,
yeah, so just
I
say
could have
it's... Say down.
Oh, damn. I've blown it.
So let's see how Aisling got on in the challenge. Not so good, but I did enjoy Luke's comparing. Let's see how he got on in the challenge.
Okay, Challenge Armstrong, here we go. Gonna be Andrew.
Go.
Is that right?
Cool. Wow.
Sweet. So arms are starting to shake a little bit, just a little bit.
I see it shaking though.
Yeah, it's shaking a bit.
Yeah. How are you doing? Oh, that's a bit strange. That noise. You can do it.
It's harder than it looks, guys. No, it's not. I'm just waiting until the timer on my phone goes off, so I've done 3 minutes.
This might have matter.
Fantastic.
Oh, he's done it. Oh, what about that? 3 minutes.
What's that noise?
Put them down.
It's the timer on my phone.
Oh, right. I thought it was all planned and there's been a whole thing without me.
I said it for 4 minutes, but obviously there was a little bit of time at the start.
Well done, Madge.
So, thanks. Cheers, Andrew. Nice one.
See, Luke went in with a bit of a game plan. He had an alarm, so did he win the challenge? Out of the water. Very competitive, you were saying.
He's so competitive.
What about in the green room? Do you guys think that you'd be good enough for the challenge?
Probably win that challenge.
Show us your muscles, Tam. Come on.
No, don't, because no.
What?
A little bit of confidence in the green room.
Loads of encouragement needed.
Okay, let's have a look at some of your comments. So far there are more hearts than likes on the challenge. So keep those coming for the exclusive sneak peek. Skylar says Adam is one peng ting. So you're going that a lot.
What was I before? I'm a lip penting now.
Lip peng
I can't
ting.
even say it. It's so cool.
Lily says Jimmy is so cute. Kirsty says stay with Maxine. We all love Maxine. And John says Jimmy is cool and needs to keep Maxine and get rid of Darcy. And Jessica says she's watching from Bulgaria, but she has missed 1 week of Hollyoaks. But we will let you off because you were watching this, so that's why. Okay, let's move on to Courtney. What is she doing at Adam and Maxine's dinner?
Well, so of course she's pregnant with Liam's baby, and Jesse's invited her along to kind of initiate her into the Donovan clan.
Why do you think she was so reluctant to tell people that it was Liam's baby?
Well, I think the Donovans are quite notorious for being full of drama.
Really?
And
What us?
such a calm family. And I think she's had quite a bit of drama in her own family up to this point, so I think she's just trying to keep them separate. But
Drama or not, there is a baby coming. So I
Yeah.
want to know if you guys have any favourite baby names.
Well, I feel like I don't want to like reveal mine in
No,
case
you
you
have
steal
to.
them.
I promise not to
precious,
steal
isn't it?
them.
Well, I really love the name Martha.
Martha.
It's cute, isn't it?
I like the name Dot for a girl. I think that's really
Dot.
cute.
That's
Dot.
cute.
And I like Harry for a boy.
Oh,
Quite
yeah.
simple.
But I think
I like
that
Harry Potter.
Courtney's baby will be start with a C because she's Courtney and Cameron.
So
like it's gonna be
maybe
a running
maybe
theme.
Cashley. I'm just putting it out there.
Kimmy is fun. Kimmy's great.
Guys, we have an exclusive clip from tonight's Hollyoaks episode where Courtney bumps into both Grace and Jessie in the village, and I want to show this because it is quite interesting, almost funny how differently they treat her. So let's have a little look.
Oi! Did your friend give you my message? I am not giving you a penny for that baby. I mean, how do I even know it's actually Liam's?
I can't believe you. That was not your secret to tell.
I'm so sorry. I was just trying to help.
Well, I don't need your help. Or yours. I didn't even want you to know it was Liam's baby.
Oh, please. You're just like her. The minute she popped out my dad's spog, she came begging. You two have got a lot to talk about, so I'll just leave you to it.
Oh, great. I don't want your money.
Aren't you supposed to be getting booze for Adam's dinner party tonight?
Yeah, well, that is worse than dealing with this scrounger.
Excuse me.
Oh, Grace, please.
Fine!
Oh, just hang on a minute.
I really hope the baby takes after my side of the family. And my cousin killed 6 people, so that's really saying something.
I'm sorry about her. She'll come round. Nothing's more important to Grace than family. We don't actually know where Liam is right now, but I could try and get hold of him.
No, I can do this on my own.
I'm sure you can. Is that really your decision to make? I am an amazing uncle to Curtis, and so is Adam. You'd be depriving your kid of a whole family if you cut us out. Is that really what you want to do?
Jessie is so cute. I feel like we all need a Jessie in our lives. Obviously, Courtney has such a strong support network around her, and Tegan and Leela, and they kind of show her that you can be a single mum and manage. So why do you think she decides to give the Donovans a chance?
Well, I think there's part of her that likes Jessie, and it was his idea. And I think because she's never had that kind of family unit in her family, she wants that for her baby. And I think when he brings it up there, it really kind of hits home for her that she's like, yeah, I need to do this.
He is just too nice to say no to as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
And now for some hard-hitting questions. Which family is better, the Donovans or the Lomaxes?
The Lomas.
I think that one might have been a little bit unfair. So how about who would make the better uncle, Jessie or Adam?
Oh. I mean, I'm Jessie here. I'm right here. Don't hurt my feelings. What?
Yeah,
No way.
Sorry.
He'd probably drop the baby.
Right, before an argument breaks out, that's enough
Sorry.
unfair questions.
Sorry.
But because it's a summer of secrets, you guys have been voting on Twitter to know a secret about you guys. So there has been a poll running for the last few hours, and people would like to know your most romantic gesture.
Oh.
So Jimmy, should we start with you?
Yes. I surprised my boyfriend with a trip to New York, and he didn't know.
Oh. That's a great
And then halfway
one.
through the trip, all of his friends come out to meet him as well. Double surprise.
Can you beat that?
Lots of points.
How could you beat that? Oh my god. Well, an ex-boyfriend of mine made me a rose once out of 10 points.
But did you prefer that more than just being bought a rose? Because there is effort in that.
Yeah, definitely. And I would have preferred
And
it
it lasts-
to New York.
It lasts forever, so.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to Courtney and the Donovans. Can you tell us if this becomes a frequent thing? Do you think that she's going to start hanging out with Grace and the boys?
Well, I think there's definitely potential there. Obviously, they're the baby's family too. So, yeah, I think you'll definitely see them a lot more in her life.
And I think it's fair to say that Grace is quite a hard nut to crack. However, you guys do have some similarities, so do you think that you'll become best mates?
Not sure about best mates, but definitely kind of like mutual appreciation is as far as we'll go.
A respect for each other.
I think that's good enough. That's good enough for now. And that kind of brings us on nicely to our next guest. So thank you both for coming in. I'm very excited. I'm sure you guys are to check out all the Donovan drama. And it is time to speak to the lovely Tamara, who plays Grace Black. Woo! So first, let's have a look at this very feisty female in action.
Right? Yeah, I am. Courtney's not. She's gonna kill me for telling you this, but it looks like I'm not the only one to be knocked up by a member of your family.
I'm sorry, what?
Liam is the father of a baby, and he should be supporting her right now.
Wait, and you know this because...
Liam is the dad.
I seem to remember you and me coming to blows over Rose once because you wanted money for her.
Grace, be a bit nice at least.
What? They're gold diggers. A bunch of single mums sat in that flat ordering takeaways. No, they're just saying that it's Liam so that they can find a new source of cash. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to put things right. You, shoot, all right? This cash machine is out of order.
Unless you're family, you do not want to mess with Grace Black. And before we speak to you, let's have a look at more comments because there's a lot of love coming in. So Shauna says Grace is brilliant. Francine says Warren and Adam are so fit and they're the most good-looking guys in Hollyoaks. Kirsty says I love Grace. She makes the show so entertaining. Love heart. Jan says I love Amy's hair. It's beautiful. And Gareth says Courtney is feisty, which is brilliant. And Kyle says, we all need a Jessie. Tony says, oh my God, love Adam. So keep the comments coming in, keep the likes, keep the hearts. Tamara, hi. Let's talk Grace. I mean, there is a lot of drama going on. And for once, it's not her own drama.
I know, but she's surrounded by drama all the time. I don't think she'd survive without drama, quite frankly. I think she'd just probably be bored and leave. So, yeah, it's always drama.
And I mean, she's a very family-orientated person. So what I want to know, and I'm sure what you guys want to know, is how can she stand to be around Darcy?
No, but she doesn't like Darcy. I mean, she's too posh for a start, quite frankly.
It's true.
For my family, like, forget it. So yeah, that doesn't sit well with her. But also because, you know, Grace likes to be in a tight-knit family and they're, you know, her brothers are her boys and don't mess with that. Mess with that?
Yeah, well, we have seen how Grace likes to deal with people and her differences. Would you say there are any similarities between you and Grace?
Well, I haven't killed anyone. So,
great.
You know, that's a good start. No, actually, to be fair, I'm not great with confrontation, actually, in real life. I'm a bit of a wuss. So if I get in a row, I'd probably just run away.
I feel like a lot of us love Grace because she has some amazing one-liners. What are your standout one-liners? And what I also want to know is, have you ever... I love that it's just flies buzzing around you.
That's bad, isn't it? Is it because I'm a baddie? I'm just surrounded by flies constantly.
Have you ever stolen any of Grace's one-liners and used them in real life?
Oh... Sometimes there are a few that I probably have used, but there's one that is standout for me, which was when my dad in the show sadly passed away, and it was literally like a day after his funeral, and I had to say very seriously, "The king is dead, long live the queen." Yeah, I mean that's pretty epic one-liner.
But I would really like you to find a place to use that in real life.
I would really like
that. I'm going to try and say that this week. I want you guys as well. I want you to say that line, just like randomly in your real life. Yeah. I think it's fair to say that Grace is quite confrontational, but she does usually always find a way of getting what she wants.
Yeah.
So, therefore, I think we all need to be a little bit more Grace Black. And therefore, I thought of a great idea to play a game. So, are you up for it?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, that's good, because if you said no, this would be a really rubbish part. Okay, the game is really simple. I'm going to give you 3 past Hollyoaks scenarios, and you are going to tell me how Grace would get out of them. And I'm going to give this game the very original title, What Would Grace Do?
Oh, see what you did there.
Okay, so you are going to be awarded points for originality and creativity, and you will get a bonus point if you know whose storylines they are.
I only read my own.
If you guys know, leave them in the comments as well.
Yeah,
okay,
tell me.
so number 1, you're on holiday, taking a break from all the drama in Hollyoaks when you meet the man of your dreams. He's hot, he's rugged, and he's tattooed. He could be Trevor too. He tells you his name is Mike, you begin dating said man, you bring him home to Hollyoaks to meet your friends, he proposes, you say yes, even though it's only been 2 weeks. Then, just when you think your life couldn't get any sweeter, you find out that, bam, he's not actually Mike. He is that sly Warren Fox, and he's trying to make you pay for something your sister did to him years ago. But my question to you is, what would Grace do?
Just get rid of him. And I know whose storyline that is. That is Maxine's.
Exactly. Maxine, if only you had Grace Black's logic.
So simple.
Okay, number 2.
Okay.
You find yourself in someone's basement. You have been kidnapped and handcuffed to a radiator.
I know this one!
Wait! You can hear the faint sound of Christmas music, and as your eyes begin to focus, you see the outline of a table with Christmas dinner on it. The basement door opens and you see it's Sienna. She's taken you hostage, but my question to you is, what would Grace do?
Oh. To be fair, I think Grace would be quite clever about this one. I think she'd probably try and befriend her, and you know, she likes a bit of both sides, does Grace? So maybe she'd try and get a bit romantic with her. Maybe.
And who's seen?
It was Sienna and Danny Mac. I can't remember his character's name. What was his
Guys in the green room?
What was his character's name? Dodger!
I'll give you that. And number 3, the final question of the game. You find out that your real dad is in fact Tony Hutchinson.
I wish that was true! How cool would that be?
What would Grace do?
Get rid of it!
Okay, the last one I definitely just threw in there, but I'm going to give you points. So I feel like, I don't know how the point system works, but 10 out of 10.
Brilliant! Get it!
Let's go back to Grace Black and her character. Would you say that she's a villain? Because I mean, she is quite badass.
She is. She's done some pretty nasty stuff, but I think with Grace, she sort of only does things for a good reason. She's a villain with a heart, you know. That's my excuse.
I feel like there's 2 people who might disagree with you, and those 2 people are Parry and Dwayne, with another very useful acting 101 class. And this week it is all about being a baddie. So let's see if you can get any tips on how to be a villain.
I'm Parry.
I'm Dwayne.
And welcome to today's Acting 101. Today we are going to be discussing what makes a great villain.
Yeah, like what makes a villain so bad and that they're good.
Wow, you just come up with that just then?
Yeah.
Number 1. The key to being a good villain is having a great evil laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. But you need to start with a moi. So a moi ha 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 ha.
Oh.
Number 2, dress sets.
Yeah. Black on black, baby.
All black every day. A villain's costume needs to match their heart.
And villain's heart is black as hell.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, everyone knows a villain is only as cool as the costume he wears, and this backwards cap, very cool.
Barry, how old are you? Okay, guys. So number 3.
You don't know what it is, do you?
So why did you say it
No,
out so that
because I made the list, and number 3. Well, it's on my notepad, and I can't remember, but it's in my room. Do you mind just getting my notepad from me? Please. Oh, you're an angel. You're an angel. Thank you very much.
What's with the face?
A villain is nothing without his minions.
No, I'm not a minion.
Well, you are.
Say it.
Dwayne isn't my minion.
Right, look, it's 10 o'clock right now, and Harry's in there. He should be asleep. So it's going to be time for number 4. Become a villain. So I'm dressed up, I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to scare him. Like, he's going to be so angry.
You right? What are you doing? Why are you wearing that skeleton? Dwayne?
Yeah, I was just showing you my outfit for Halloween.
Alright, bit weird, but yeah, it's nice, it's alright. Have you thought of anything for number 4, by the way, for the list? Dwayne? Number 4?
Yeah, I was just gonna.
You know what? We'll just leave it at 3. Yeah.
Very useful acting 101 classes, although I really feel that on behalf of both of us we need to say, Parry, clean your bedroom. It's so messy. What do you think? Have you learnt some little tips for Grace Black?
Yeah, well, the dress code, obviously.
Yeah, and actually, speaking of dress code, let's have a look in the green room because I feel like we might have a couple of villains. A few black outfits.
And these are actually their own clothes.
Right, okay, villain or not, there is a lot of love coming in for Grace on socials. So let's have a look. Lucas has a quick question. Do you prefer to play nice Grace or evil Grace?
Evil Grace.
Amber says Grace is so feisty and I love her. Laura says Grace is 100% my fave character, love her. Kelly says love bad Grace. Yasmin says, will Grace and Esther ever get back together?
Oh, I wish.
Who knows? Nat Dent says Grace needs to get Esther back. And Kieran says Grace is bae.
Is that good?
Yeah, no, bae is great. Bae is great. Right, moving on. We have seen that Tracy has returned to Hollyoaks. And how do you think this will affect Grace?
It's a difficult one because she's a bit, she's a bit of a nightmare, to be fair. But she's still her mum, and Grace is running out of family members. They keep dying on her. So it's a hard one. I think she wants desperately to have the love of her mum, but she's really struggling to admit that. I mean, after all, like her mum, let her go to prison for something that she did. Nasty. Ooh.
And obviously Grace has taken a lot of life lessons from her dad. Do you think her character would be a little bit different if she'd had her mum around?
Not entirely. I don't think her mum's all that much better. She didn't really stand a chance there, really, did she? So, no. I think she's just better off being brought up on her own.
Do you think she wants to reconcile with Tracy, though?
I think she does, but she's going to struggle with it because it's Grace, and she never lets her guard down.
We would never have noticed that. We would never have noticed. Who do you think she's more wary of, Tracy or Darcy?
Darcy! Ooh, boost.
Okay, let's have a sneak peek of tomorrow night's E4 episodes. This is a massive exclusive. It's when Tracy and Grace, it's quite hard to say together, but it's when they have a little heart-to-heart.
I worry for the boys, but you are amazing. You don't need anyone.
Where the That's the worst thing. I do. When you let me go to prison because of what you did, I was sat there in that cell all on my own. And all I wanted was my mum. Even when I buried Trevor, I just wanted my mum to hold me and tell me everything was going to be okay. I hate you. So why do I still need you?
I know I don't deserve another shot at this. But if you gave me one, I would prove to you that I am done with running away. I want to fight for my family. I'm your mum, and I love you.
Why has it taken you 30 years to tell me that?
Amber says, oh, Grace, sad face. Shannon says, she's my favourite in Hollyoaks. And Serena Louise says, I love you, Grace.
Oh, I love you too.
And it's not often that we get to see this softer side to Grace. Did you think that she maybe needs her mum?
I think everyone needs a mum, don't they, really, deep down inside. I think once you've cracked Grace, you know, she'll let you in. You just got to give her a good old nudge.
And Tracy's, of course, played by Lisa Maxwell. What's it like working with her?
Amazing! She literally is one of the funniest women I've met. She's an absolute hoot on set. So, yeah, we spend quite a lot of time laughing. When we're not crying, obviously.
And it's quite funny that you said that about her, because she actually has a few things to say about you.
What?
Which, if you watch the show every week, which you should if you don't, you will know my favourite part of the show, which is Heard at Hollyoaks, where every week we spill the beans.
What?
On one of the actors. So
I did not know about this.
No, you didn't. Why would we tell you? That would ruin the fun. So I think Lisa's got something to say to you.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Hi everyone, so you want a Heard at Hollyoaks? Well, I've got a good bit of gossip for you about Tamara Wall. Now, very few people know that just before every shot, Tamara says, "Can you see me feet? Can you see me feet?" That sounds a bit odd, but the reason being, those killer heels that she has to wear at Grace Black absolutely cripple her. So she does most of our scenes barefoot, but not all of them. So the observant amongst you might notice that she's taller in some scenes than she is in others. So, Ashley, I've arranged for a little surprise for our Tam.
I did promise a summer of secrets, so
my goodness!
a little present for you. Would you like to say anything to Lisa?
I hate you. It's so true though. They really hurt wearing heels all day.
Well, there you go. Are you going to wear them?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's move on from the Donovan drama, because Grace actually has a connection with our next two guests, and so we want to know what is going on with Warren and Grace.
The big question. Well, she's sort of kind of, you know, what started out to be, you know, a bit of fun turned into something a bit more serious for her, and he's kind of breaking her heart a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Because he wants to be with Sienna.
Do you?
I know.
Drama of Offset.
Yeah.
Do you think? Oh, Fly.
Sorry, it's me.
It's being around these villains, I tell you. Do you think that she sees a little bit of Trevor in Warren, maybe?
Definitely. He's a gangster, isn't he? Warren's a bit of a gangster, a bit of a bad boy, and she's attracted to that constantly. So, yeah.
So, do you think it's fair to say that she wanted more than just an affair then?
Probably yes. But she didn't get what she wanted. So, yeah, she's not going to enjoy that.
So, do you think that Warren and Grace are a good match for each other, or do you think that maybe that there's another ideal partner for Grace?
To be really honest, I don't think anyone's going to be Trevor. You know, I do miss him. Yeah, I think that's always going to be the love of my life. I think she's going to struggle to find another Trevor.
And we've seen that Sienna and Grace obviously share a similar taste in men.
Yeah.
Do you think that they could ever be friends?
Definitely. I think they'd actually be really cool friends because they're both a bit, you know, broken and they're both a bit unhinged. So actually they'd probably be quite good for each other. Plus, I love Anna.
Oh, look, there's love going in the green room. Hate for Warren Fox there. And actually, we saw Grace kind of help Sienna because she convinced her to have the operation.
Yeah, she did. She was quite nice for a change.
Yeah, so I feel like there must be a heart somewhere.
There is
in there.
Deep down.
Let's have a little look back at Grace being cruel to be kind as we prepare to speak to Jamie and Anna. Thank you for chatting to us.
It's about Warren. He's told me that you're not having the operation.
And why is that any of your business?
Well, Warren isn't chilled out at the best of times, and at the moment he's like a bear with a sore head, so I can't get any work done.
Oh, well, I'm sorry that this is such an inconvenience to you. Do you know why I'm not having the operation? Yeah, well, you wouldn't put Curtis through the risk, would you? You would do everything to protect him, so whatever you're going to say, don't bother because I've already heard it from Myra.
Well, you didn't listen then, did you? What, you think you're being noble because you're sacrificing yourself for your kids? Well, you're not. You're being a selfish little cow. So no change there then. What? What, just because she's got cancer means I've got to be nice to her?
Get out.
This could go two ways. If you don't have that up, you might die. Maybe you'll lose the babies too. Or the babies might make it, but they'll still be brought up by Warren, which quite frankly is probably worse. No offence, Joel.
I'm taken.
So stop being afraid of your own shadow. Get a grip. Listen to the doctor and choose life.
Have you finished?
No. I hate you, and even I think you should have this operation, so how do you think Warren must feel?
Why do you care so much about Warren?
I don't. I just know how hard it is to bring up kids on your own. But hey, you don't give a toss about anyone else because you'll be long gone by then.
You can't talk to me like that.
I think I just did.
Oh, Elizabeth says, I love Grace and Sienna scenes. Anne says, love Grace. Jennifer says, Grace deserves happiness. And
Rowena.
Right now we are joined by exactly Rowena. I'm loving the frame that you've brought in as well.
It's nice that, isn't it? I made that myself. It took me hours and hours and hours. Do you like it?
I mean, I
Is
feel
it
like
spelt right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got all your glitter on.
Look at that, eh? I didn't make the picture, they took that in design.
Cute photo, cute that you guys are dressed the same.
This
as
was
well.
accidental.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We actually just, these are
Called
our
each
own
other and said,
clothes.
"What are you wearing?"
What are you wearing? Black, what are you wearing? Black, amazing.
Summer's day.
Let's do this. I don't know what that is, but yeah, hey.
That's acting.
That's phone acting. Hi guys, yeah, amazing.
Sienna and Warren are obviously going through a rather tricky time at the moment, obviously with Sienna's cancer diagnosis and concern for the safety of the twins. So firstly, Warren has promised himself that Sienna and the twins are his #1 priority. Do you think he can step up?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, no offence to Grace, because I know she's in there.
Got a name. That's how much
yeah,
priority.
exactly. That's exactly what she means to me. Yeah, but yeah, no offence to Grace, but it was just, you know, sex, and that was that. I'm allowed to say sex on.
Well, you have.
thing?
It's live, so say it again.
Oh well. Anyway, that's what it was. It was just a bit of a distraction. I mean, Sienna lied to Warren about the twins, saying that they died, and he can't. You know, he couldn't get his head around that, and. They're always trying to get one up on each other, aren't they? And I think a way of getting her back for that was to go and sleep with her arch rival. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, enemy.
And
Because he's a naughty boy, isn't he?
he is a villain. He is
It's
a
very
villain.
naughty, Warren, isn't he?
Do you think the way he's trying to be there for Sienna is right?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, she's going through such a traumatic stage in her life. You know, what, God, cancer
carrying your children.
and carrying my twins. Well, they are mine, but yeah, but you know, it's such a sensitive issue, and yeah, he'd be an awful person if he wasn't, wouldn't he? And you know, he calls it off with Grace and tells her, you know, that he wants to be with Sienna and make it work with Sienna, and He wants to be there for the twins, and he genuinely means it.
It's a wake-up call, doesn't
It's a wake-up call for him, because all he's ever wanted is a real family. He's never kind of had that, and this is his one opportunity, and he's just one of those people who just messes things up. He can't help it.
And Anna, how did it feel for you when you were told about the cancer storyline?
It was exciting because we're working with Macmillan, and I think it's a subject that people don't necessarily think about very often, cancer whilst you're pregnant. So I was excited to do a storyline that could possibly be very helpful to some people and have quite a good impact. I also thought it was going to be very challenging, and it is. It's proving to be the hardest.
She's been amazing as well.
thing
Sorry to interrupt him, but you know, got to point that out. I think she's been fantastic at telling the story.
But it's heavy going, isn't it? And
Yeah.
but I think it's really important. So I'm really up for this story.
Yeah, and I imagine that taking on the storyline is quite daunting. And you mentioned working with Macmillan. What other research and what kind of research has gone into the storyline?
Well, so we're working with Macmillan, and they helped to put us in touch with people that have actually been in this situation. And obviously you can't tell everybody's story, but it's telling one story amongst it. So I was put in touch with a lady called Angela who had this exact thing happen to her in the real life, and she was amazing. And she chatted with me for hours and answered all my questions and told me exactly how everything felt. So that's really helpful because you want to be able to bring that to the storyline as well, because you want to get it right, don't you?
Yeah.
That's always what we're worried about.
I think Hollyoaks, that's what they do so well. You know, we touch on issues that really affect people in everyday life, and if we can help one person, you know, we've done a good job, haven't we? I think Anna's been absolutely amazing, and I take my hat off for tackling such, and Hollyoaks as well, for tackling such a tricky storyline. And you know, if we can, like we say, if we can help one person, we've done a good job. So.
And we actually find out in tomorrow night's episode that the operation is being brought forward to next week. So what emotions are going through Warren and Sienna's heads?
I think for Warren, I think he's kind of trying to put it to the back of his mind, isn't he? And you know, I think if it's not there, he's not thinking about it, and it's not happening. But then when he gets told that it's been brought forward, it's like, wow, it really is happening. You know, this is not a joke. So yeah, you know, but he's there for Sienna, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and I think she's been thinking, she's had a few. I mean, she obviously was just seen that she gets talked into having the operation. She thinks she's got weeks to sort of prepare and get her head around it, and then all of a sudden you're going in tomorrow. So I think it's a huge shock for her.
And
but
gosh, it must be awful for anybody to have to go through that, and you know, and to know whether, you know, you've got a 50-50 chance really, and your children or your life, must be the most terrible position to be in.
And you mentioned yourself that it did take a lot of convincing for Sienna. We saw the clip with Grace. What is Sienna's priority right now?
The kids. Yeah, she lost Nico, and she loved Nico, and all she ever wanted was to be a mum to Nico. And so now she has this other opportunity to be a good mum, and that's all she wants to do, and she would do anything to protect them. So that was, you know, Warren aside, herself aside, the kids will be her property.
And the operation is taking place next week. Will Sienna have Warren's full support?
Well, you'll have to wait and see, but yeah, I mean, he's got so much going on at the moment. I mean, obviously he wants to be there, you know, that is his intention, but is that going to happen? You know, you'll have to wait and see, and all I can say is it's going to be quite action-packed and a good story. But yeah, he does initially intend to be there, but the blackmailer comes in and everything else, and you know, it kind of snowballs.
Yeah, I feel like okay, we do actually have an exclusive clip of next week's episode, but before that, I just have to say that if anyone relates to the storyline or wants support or wants to find out more information, then do head to the Channel 4 website, to the support page. I think the link should be below now. Guys, you are both doing an amazing job in the storyline, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it all pans out. But let's have a little sneak peek.
I need to see her. You can. Try and stop me. Hey, where is she? Where's the operating theatre? That is all right, we'll find her. You're the one that's looking after Sienna.
No, I'm being confronted by an overly aggressive man.
Well, why is nobody telling me what's going on?
I tend to update the people who aren't yelling and screaming down the corridor.
Where is she?
I know it's unsettling for you, but you have to trust us. We do this every day of our working lives.
What's that? Is that about Sienna?
Her blood pressure's dropped. Wait there.
Very exciting week ahead. Let's have a look at your comments. Shannon says Warren had the best comeback ever. Craig says Grace and Sienna are two of the best actresses in the show. Matt says I love Anna, she's amazing. Jodie says Anna's eyebrows, absolute goals. And Angela says that Hollyoaks has had some of the best storylines over the last 12 months. And Colin says, woo, Warren, lol, hot stuff. There we go.
Don't make his head any bigger.
Is it hot in here? Is that him?
It is just really hot in here.
And there's loads of flies.
There are a lot of flies, it is, yeah, it's hot. And
Take your
that's
top
almost all we have time for. But before we go, we have a sneak peek of tomorrow's trailer. Yes! Right at the beginning of the show, I told you that it is up to you. The votes have been coming in. Remember, I said to see a sneak peek of Joel, you have to like. And for Nita and Hunter, it is heart. And the winner is Nita and Hunter.
I could stay like this forever. It's a bit weird though, isn't it? You know.
I'm actually really excited for that storyline.
How old is he? Like 15?
16.
You know.
Okay. All right, I'm just saying it's a bit weird.
Guys, thank you for getting involved. Thanks for all the likes, all the hearts, all the comments, and for tuning in to Hollyoaks SOS Live. We only have a few weeks left. Exactly. And so we thought we'd do something very special next week and do a breakfast show next Thursday. So make sure you don't miss it. And speaking of breakfast, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of hungry. So I think we're going to order a Hollyoaks Hunger Buster meal from Donovan. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to tune in for tonight's episode, and I will see you next week.
I like your feet.